Peace. Yo, my name is Wood. I'm going to get right into it. Following up on yesterday's, I didn't even realize this story started coming out Friday. I did a podcast, an episode of my It's Always Personal podcast Saturday, and completely missed the original or the first story that came out about these emails with Jon Gruden. Couple of disclaimers, or let me throw these out there. This has nothing to do with liberals and conservatives, in my opinion. So the whole libtard and liberals ruining this country, this has nothing to do with that. This is about being an adult idiot. This is about a grown man running around like a damn young teenager, being mad at a bunch of shit that didn't even concern him at the time. Has nothing to do with liberals and conservatives. So don't go out here clapping at your neighbor today and running around on social media in that ongoing, that never-ending war against libtards. The whole thing about, I'm looking at a lot of different sources yesterday, ESPN's Instagram account. I watched a clip from Brother From Another. I thought, you know, they had their slant on it. The Odd Couple, Broussard and Rob Parker, Chris Broussard, they had their slant on it. I thought it was very, and then people say you're getting all emotional. You letting men out here getting all emotional over someone calling you a name or someone hurling an insult at somebody. Nobody's really getting emotional. Broussard and Parker talked through it. I didn't sense any emotion in them. They weren't calling for Jon Gruden's head and getting all up in arms about anything. They just talked through the matter. Jason Whitlock on his Fearless program, it's a layup for him. This a layup with nobody else past half court. It's a layup or a dunk if you still got bounce. But he rushes out to make fun of Randy Moss. Fake tears, real tears, performance, whatever it was, on the Sunday Countdown show. What kills me with Whitlock, and it's obvious, you run around with your Bible and you talk about Christianity and being a good Christian and a great Christian. And there's some leadership Bibles out there, by what is it, John C. Maxwell or something? I think I got one at the house. Leadership, a leadership Bible, where everything in the Bible is kind of broken down through principles about leadership. But you talk about the Bible and Christianity, but you only spend your time, all of your time, talking about Randy Moss being fraudulent and performing for the cameras. But you say nothing about this man in Jon Gruden, who is leading 70 other men and women. You say nothing about him and his conduct and behavior. That's strange to me. I'm not sitting here really bent out of shape about Jon Gruden. The last thing was two things. What are they doing digging through people's emails? Three things. Freedom of speech. What are they doing digging through people's emails 10, 20 years ago? What would all of us be, all of us would be in trouble if you look back 15 years. Nah, I'm very confident today where I work. You can go pull all of my emails from the last 10 years that I've been sending emails in a work function, in a work-related function. You can take whatever email you want. I've said nothing in there about anybody's ethnicity, culture, race, community, gender, nothing. You can do whatever you want. I go to sleep tomorrow. I go to sleep tonight with no concerns about whether or not my employment status is in question. You can do it. The other thing why are they digging in people's emails? Like, you don't know the functions of the NFL and what they have going on at all times. At my job, we've had different things where we were told your email is being retained for 5 years for whatever purpose, for whatever reason. You don't know, like, you don't know what the protocol is or what the purpose is of why the NFL was looking through these emails. How about the emails just shouldn't have been sent? How about you stand on the sideline with the playbook or the play sheet over your mouth when you caught making your calls? How about you have the same type of discretion and concerns when you say everything else? You should have said this face to face or just in a phone call. Then the other thing was say whatever you want. He was doing. You can't say whatever you want to whoever you want. You can't say whatever you want as the head of an organization, as the face of an organization. Like, to rush out here and to defend Jon Gruden for what? It's just people who just want to argue and just want to be in the fight when there was really nothing to fight about. So, and what was the other thing was, you know, why you can't say something about somebody's lips, or you can't say something about, you can't talk about the truth about somebody's facial features or whatever. You know, you can play dumb if you want. You can play dumb. No biggie. The thing is this, though, that after we hear more, the other thing was 10 years, this is 10 years ago, 11 years ago. Now pay attention to the details. Get the full story if you're gonna go out here clapping at others and firing shots and talking about other people's sensibilities and emotions and all this stuff. The last email was reportedly sent in 2018. It was a 7-year period that they reviewed. So know some of the details before you rush in with the whole libtard, liberals, cancel culture, wokeness. Don't nobody even really care about none of that shit. This is an idiot. Just heard on the Fox Sports show, he was supposedly, he sent some naked pictures. Like, bro, do you understand how you're exposing yourself by doing this through email? I mean, this is just self-preservation. Like, you're that idiot? I mean, you're that ignorant? I'm just not out here defending any and everybody. Black, white, gay, straight, purple, you know, indigenous people, African, AAA, or AA, AAPI, WA, CA, GAIA. I'm not defending anybody until I know what the hell I'm talking about. That's just me. You know, at the same time this is going on, this goes back. I haven't finished watching the Dave Chappelle special, The Closer. I saw the comments about the LGBTQ and the baby and whatnot. And, you know, should they pull that? Should Netflix pull this? I don't know. You know, I watched maybe 45 minutes of it. I don't know. You know, I don't really have nothing to say along those lines. I'll go back and finish the rest of the show. But this is not about cancel culture. The one thing here, let's look at conservatives for a minute, and conservatism. How could you not take a look at the guy who started this, who put all of this in motion? I thought conservatives were like traditional values and you know, traditional relationships and whatnot, and principles and all of that type of stuff. The relationship between coach and player is probably one of the most sacred relationships in our country. Like if we're not gonna honor coach and player, we might not be able to get a lot of stuff done, you know, with young people as they mature. You don't question the coach. Even after you become a pro, if with this man being a head coach or the coach, there is unconditional respect given to you, that whatever you say, however you speak to me, however you cuss me out, however I might have thought I was when I drew your attention, when you called me out, unconditionally, I let you do you. I let you win. I accept whatever admonishment, berating, badgering, whatever. For the 2-hour practice, we will as athletes, we willingly accept this man over here can talk to me however he needs to, because I'm just here trying to beat it for the team. I'm on the team. You know, the team comes first. Coach only wants the best for me and the best for the team. Whatever they say, they're right. That's the relationship. We just hearing now that Tom Brady is one part of the story on the book that came out was that Tom Brady, 20-year-old Tom Brady, 21-year-old Tom Brady couldn't be coached the same way with Belichick treating everybody the same. Yeah, but you couldn't treat him the same at 40 when he's taking less money, and when he is as accomplished as he is, you should have been treating him different. But Tom Brady, this 41-year-old Tom Brady, willingly deferred to Coach Belichick and went along with the Patriot way and whatever that entails. If you are a coach and you don't have any integrity, you don't have any character, or you have poor character, poor integrity, you mess up this whole relationship. You mess up this equation. And now when you tell me something, it carries less weight. When you demand that I do something, when you cuss me out, when you straighten me out, when you admonish me, when you get in my ass, when you chew me out, it's a different element in our relationship that we really can't have for the whole team dynamic, the whole element for this whole situation, environment, and the team culture. We really can't have that, which is what Booger McFarland and Randy Moss with an I, if you want to go with Whitlock, for the people that thought that was so amazing. We really can't have that. I don't even think anybody had to say this. I don't even think anybody had to say this. You got a locker room full of men in there, and this story comes out. The first story with Dumb Morris, Smith, and lips the size as Michelin's. I think I said yesterday, good years. Maybe some in the locker room were understanding. Maybe some, you know, and that's the thing. You don't know. We don't have time. When do we have time to go sit down and work this out with 53 players? 17 coaching staff members or whatever it is. I'm just bugging on who we run around here to defend and whose rights we go to protect and whose well-being we look at. Bro, the dude was an idiot. He's sitting out here reacting. Who was more in his emotions than him? Oh, this is happening. This is going on. Oh, Goodell did this. Oh, they wanted the Rams to draft Michael Sams. Let me text somebody and tell them what I think. Get you a burner account on Twitter, you idiot. Who the hell go? Who the hell goes and emails NFL and team officials all this unfiltered stuff and thinks it's not going to come back at any point? Get you a burner account on Twitter, you idiot, or on social media, you idiot. But we all supposed to be protecting him and looking out for him. He's the one that brought this situation on everybody and himself. It was plenty of people that he could have spoke to face to face and expressed and vented and said and got what he had to get off his chest. This man goes and sends emails. So he goes out and says, he sends the naked pictures of cheerleaders or whatever, some females or whatever. He's all over the place. He calls Roger Goodell F-word. Calls somebody else the P word for, you know, a woman's vagina. Dude is just out here, just 13, 14 years old. And we all supposed to come to his rescue and overlook and whatever. And lastly, as soon as they said email, and as soon as we're talking about the email that goes back 10 years ago, how don't you have the sense to reach out to whoever? Like, hey, we don't have to go with the other stuff. You got me. I've been out here misbehaving and acting like a curmudgeon all this time. That's just the tip of the spear, the tip of the iceberg. I'm gonna go on and retire. Can you not run with the other stories? Like, who sat around? Who would have sat around Saturday and Sunday, like waiting for the axe to fall? And you got all this shit out here for 7 years. You know you've been out here wilding out on email. Why wouldn't you have just fallen on your sword and just gotten on out the way? Jon Gruden had to have known. If they got that, he got $100 million. You don't start contacting IT people, tech people. You don't start contacting people like, hey, talk about Hail Marys. Is there any program that you have that can retrieve? Do you have any program that possibly can go out here and retrieve 7 years worth of emails immediately? I need this shit done immediately. Like, he didn't even have any defense. Like I said, you can go out here and check out the clip "Brother from Another" with Michael Smith and Michael Holly, I think is his name. You can go out there and check the Broussard the Odd Couple, Broussard and Rob Parker. They talked about it before Monday Night Football, before the decision was made to part ways. Whether he was fired, whether he resigned, I don't know. I really don't care. Go out here and figure and however you want it served up. You can go out here and listen to the Fearless podcast with Jason Whitlock. And only speak about the people who were affected wrongfully or rightfully. Don't say nothing to the guy who set all of this in motion. Nothing to the person who couldn't control himself. How more hip-hop is that, hip-hop culture is that of Jason Whitlock, to go out here and not expect any personal accountability on behalf of Jon Gruden to speak on this ordeal and say nothing about or raise a question about Jon Gruden's accountability for his own actions. He could say whatever he wanted to. He could harbor whatever feelings he wanted to harbor against DeMaurice Smith. And for the idiots out there, some idiot made this long ass, what is it, TDLR, too damn long to read. Somebody put some long ass comment on the video yesterday. The first sentence was a rap. Me and him were talking about totally different things about the same story. He wrote another 600 words and wasted his time. I wasn't talking about that. But to sit here and have a business relationship with somebody and to be working with somebody because we're trying to conduct business, we're in the midst of negotiations for our two parties or our two sides. DeMaurice Smith is sitting here doing his job. And then to turn around and respond to whatever he proposed or his terms and conditions that he sent over, and he's here like in his official capacity, and then you start talking about the man's physical characteristics. What is that? Are we talking about, are we working, are we doing business? Are we working, or are we bullshit? Because DeMaurice Smith was trying to get a job done. He was trying to perform his job. So I really didn't understand the people that wanted to rush out in defense of Jon Gruden. For what? What is there to defend? This ain't no black and white. I mean, I guess that's at the core of it, but this is not conservative liberal. This is not black and white. This is a damn idiot, a damn fool out here with a computer, with access to a computer and people's emails. I don't know why the dude just didn't fall on his own sword. As soon as Friday happened, he should have been like, damn, 2011? Shit. If they go to 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, he shouldn't even show. I don't even know why he got on the plane. That's how stupid this man is. That's how stupid this dude was. It ain't got nothing to do with black and white. And what the shit that's been going on, and all, it ain't got nothing to do with that. Dude was an idiot. Everything that came down the pipe that he didn't like, this man out here mad about shit. So-and-so's a punk. He's a this. He's that. She's that. And then you go email somebody about it. Just a idiot. I don't understand how we rush out here to protect and defend idiots. If you looking like an idiot on some simple shit, how can I expect you to go out here? And that's the thing. We don't even know that this man is a top 5, a top 10 coach. You got the best gig in football. You have the best financial security and job security in the entire freaking football league. And we don't even know if you deserved it. But you over here with the... Man, I ain't fighting with nobody over Jon Gruden, man. Jon Gruden is an idiot. And it's funny because the University of Dayton people were all at the game last week. They had a big UD Flyer flag, and it was like 12 different individuals from the University of Dayton, and they all out there supporting their guy. And this dude is a freaking idiot off the sideline and without a helmet. I mean, without a headset on. Now you like, man, take them pictures down. They talking to the website people like, hey, remove those pictures from the game that we went to last week. We got to disassociate ourselves from that idiot. Wow. Then we right back at it in our offices, at lunch, in sports talk, in the different forums. We all out here throwing the shots, and for what? Dude is an idiot. Move on. Like, you bring in somebody who wants to coach football, who wants to really lead people. Then he got on the mic talking about, I'm all about leading men and leadership. Really? How is this leadership? We got the same shit with Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer used to have an ESPN segment before he went to Fox or whatever, and before he returned to coaching. He had some special segment on. They would send him over onto the, over to the little side studio, and he would do his little speech for the week about leadership. Like, he's just an excellent person on, an authority on leadership. He dumb as shit too. He dumb as rocks too. You might be able to manage a football game. You might be able to manage 18 and 19, 20-year-old men for 60 minutes on a under the clock. But you lead a stadium and you a freaking idiot. You can only hide for so long. You can only hide for so long. It's crazy. Anyway, man, let me get on out of here, man. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Have a phenomenal day. Watch who you email. Watch who you IM. If you're going to text somebody, you might need to get you a burner phone. Like, we know all this shit. If you out here and can't control yourself, there are all types of ways for you to still be your true self and speak your truth. Get you a burner phone. You get on anything in front of a camera or on a computer, have a code word and say, hey, meet me on the other thing. I got some shit I want to get off my chest. Meet me on the burner phone. Just say, have a code word, ghost pepper. Okay, I'll call you over there. And then you go do it and you say all you want to say. You can talk about Hannah. You can talk about Jamel Hill, Sage Steele, Michael Smith. You can talk about, you can talk about Asian people. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm going to go send an email with my name on it. Anyway, I'm out, man. Peace.